Ever notice how easy it is to fall asleep in the game while you're talking to someone? 1 second you're conscious, and the next you're complaining, gossiping, venting, enabling someone in their victimhood even. Welcome to what I call mirror amnesia. Now, this video is for you if you're on a spiritual journey, you are changing your life from the inside out, and you want to stay awake in the game as best you can, especially while having social interactions. And what is mirror amnesia? Mirror amnesia is us forgetting that life is a mirror. There's no out there. Everything and everyone is you pushed out. You are the ultimate creator. The 3D reality that looks and seems solid is a projection of consciousness. Who are you? Consciousness itself. The universe itself walking around in physical form. And so we're responding to appearances rather than reflections. Everything is a reflection. Everything about the 3D experience is an illusion. And socializing pulls us deeper into illusion without us even realizing it. I'm here to help you stay awake so that you can create your best life as the ultimate, invisible, non-physical, eternal, infinite, cosmic creator that you are. You are pure white light, pure unconditional love. Okay, so let's take a look at the key points for this video. Most social interactions happen in the dream state of ego. We are having a dream right now in the 3D. We are having a dream that we left spirit. We are having a dream that we are not connected to all that is. We are having a dream that we are not the universe. We are having the dream of separation. And we come here for this, not in spite of this. We're also here to wake up inside the dream. And so when we're socializing, we are identifying with the characters. Fernando is the character. Fernando is finite. It's a character in the play of the 3D. And it doesn't last very long, okay? Who I really am is eternal, is cosmic, is indestructible, is infinite. So are you. And so even if you're having an awakening, even if you're on a spiritual journey, the moment you begin socializing, it's very likely that you will begin to fall asleep. And that's why socializing is a lullaby, because it's very easy for us to identify with the ego and begin to forget who we are and then fall back asleep in the game and go unconscious. And that's not what we want, right? Because when we're conscious, that's when we manifest intentionally all that we want, right? And we bless humanity and we expand harmony and we reduce constrictions, right? Everything is energy. It's rare that we talk from the witness when we're socializing. The witness is awareness who you really are, the witnessing presence that sees it all. So when you're interacting with someone, you become the character and then you forget that you're witnessing it all from above the characters. And so we're going unconscious, right? And also even well-meaning empathy you have for the person who's telling you something bad that happened to them can subtly reinforce victimhood or separation. Let me give you an example. Last weekend I was talking to my sister and I was telling her about this situation I'm going through with my aunt. It's a little unpleasant because I love my aunt, but she wanted me to film a video, a happy birthday video for my uncle. And I don't resonate with my uncle anymore. We have not been in touch for many years now. I barely even go to family events these days because I tend not to socialize anymore for this and other reasons. And it suits me and I love it. And so she was asking me for this favor to film a video and I'm like, I don't want to do it because it's not going to be genuine, but I don't want to hurt my aunt's feelings. And so I was just sharing that story with her because my aunt also asked her for the same favor, you know? And so we were talking about it and I'm like, bless humanity. And so she started to tell me about another situation she went through with another aunt and how unpleasant it was and what the aunt was telling her and how unfair the situation kind of was, right? And as I'm listening to her, it's very easy for you to go back to ego and identify with the characters and what people are doing to us. Socializing is a lullaby, right? And so as I was listening to her and almost oh my gosh, that's kind of unpleasant, right? Oh my gosh. I caught myself and I'm like, everything is a reflection. What can we learn from all of this? And because my sister is also on her spiritual journey, I began saying all these things to her, like everything is a reflection. What can we learn from this? Let's bless everything and everyone no matter what, because our attention is the universe in movement. You get to be very aware of how we're moving that energy, right? Let's use it for positive things, even regarding people we don't resonate with anymore, right? Do you feel me? And so as I'm saying all these things to my sister, I'm like, socializing is such a lullaby. So when she's interacting with my aunt and she's feeling uncomfortable, she's falling back asleep in the game. As she's telling me that, and I'm like almost empathizing and thinking that that was kind of unfair, we're also sort of falling back asleep in the game, right? So the conclusion of that conversation was, socializing is such a lullaby. And that's why I'm filming this video. It's to remind myself more and more to be aware and awake when you're socializing, and also to remind you to do the same. Because if we practice spiritual practices and then we go socialize and we fall asleep, then it's like that's hindering our progress. So you can totally socialize, but can you stay aware as you're doing so? So what can we do when we're going through situations like this? You get to ask yourself, am I speaking from awareness or amnesia? Are we resorting back to ego consciousness, not even realizing we're doing so because we're socializing? What's the mirror here? What is this reflecting back to me? What can I learn from this? And also, what's mine to see, release, or bless? Why am I feeling pissed off? Why am I feeling triggered? What if I transmuted that back to light? Because if it's in you, it's frequency asking for transmutation inside of yourself. You are the flame of transmutation, my friend. Your presence, your awareness before the feeling, before that situation that's triggering or uncomfortable is the flame of transmutation. So you can basically vent or transmute. You always have a choice, right? So when you're venting, you're basically rehearsing that pain over and over and over and over again. Your attention is the energy of the universe. So if you're focusing on that, you're expanding that. That's why what you resist persists. It's because of that, because you are the universe, because you are all the power, because you are the ultimate creator. Or you can choose transmutation, which alchemizes those frequencies. It's not about repressing, because repressing is kind of like venting. You're just resisting it. And so that's going to persist. So transmuting is about seeing that frequency, seeing that feeling, seeing that emotion for what it is, and allowing it to be, remaining as awareness. Feel into it, breathe into it, and choose love no matter what. Because as you do that, that charge gets released. And it's so beautiful. And it stops showing up for you more and more and more. So it frees that energy. It frees that charge. Think from the fire, my friend, not from the fog. You are the fire. You are the flame of transmutation. Affirm it in the comments. I am the flame of transmutation. Now, you might be wondering, what's the mirror here? What's mine to see or release? Sometimes we don't know. We don't know what it is. What is this reflecting back to me? A lot of times we don't know. And you know what? It's okay if you don't know. So what do you do in this case? Hooponopono is an amazing tool. Do you know Hooponopono? Let me know down in the comments. Now, what is Hooponopono? Hooponopono is metaphysics. It's mysticism. It's seeing reality for what it is. Everything is a reflection. That there's no out there. That everything and everyone is you pushed out. And that you are definitely not a victim. You are the creator of all of your experiences. If you can perceive it, it's inside of yourself because it's a projection of consciousness. And Hooponopono tells us to take full responsibility for whatever is showing up in our 3D world. Full responsibility. Now, this has nothing to do with blame, shame, guilt, or anything like that. Ever at all. Okay? Taking full responsibility is about seeing the reflection for what it is, a projection of your consciousness, and choosing to release it and to clean on those projections, to clean on those memories that are being projected out into the 3D world. So cleaning on them with love so that you can go back to the state of zero, which is your fundamental and natural state of being. Pure, unconditioned awareness. It's the whiteboard. Imagine this look at this whiteboard over here. The writing on the board are the programs that are projected out onto the world, onto the board, right? When you clear and you clean the writings or the memories, you go back to the whiteboard, which is the state of pure potential. So the cleaning tools are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. You're talking to divinity, which is to say you're talking to yourself because you are divinity. You are talking to the memories themselves. And so you don't have to know what the reflection is. If it's uncomfortable, it's unpleasant, you get to clean on it. If you're listening to someone and they're telling you about something that's not pleasant, you can literally listen to them and clean mentally and silently as you do that. How fantastic! Because the invisible world is the fundamental world. There's a story about a man who was a car salesperson, and he was like the hit in the dealership because he was the one who sold the most cars. And what he did when he was talking to the prospects was do Hooponopono in his mind. So their clients or their prospects would be talking to him and he'd be like listening, but inside he'd be like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. This is such a fantastic transmutation tool, okay? For the conscious rational mind, it might seem a little silly, but the conscious rational mind is not fundamental, it's finite. And so the guy sold the most cars by literally going back to zero as much as he could, cleaning on whatever was showing up, on whatever the person was telling them. And it feels delicious, and it raises your frequency, and it literally transmutes those frequencies back to light, okay? You are the flame of transmutation, my friend. Affirm this down in the comments. I am the flame of transmutation. I choose to think from the fire. And so next time you're in a social situation and you begin to hear the sweet notes of the lullaby, you get to ask yourself, am I now speaking from awareness or from amnesia? And this way you can turn the sweet lullaby into an amazing and helpful wake-up bell. If you resonate with this video and you want to learn more about Hooponopono, then you have to watch this video right here where I walk you through the practice and how you can use it to change your life. I'll see you there.